today we're going to start something very interesting. I find it interesting. I think it's interesting. Is to add rational expressions with different denominators. This is the objective today. Is to start working on this. To be able to do it, we have been working on some preparation, on some stuff that we're going to use today. Before yesterday, we have seen how to find the least common denominator. And yesterday, we worked on equivalent expressions. How to find out equivalent expressions. Because those are steps that we will apply today on the addition and subtraction of fractions or rational expressions that have different denominators. Okay? Quick review about yesterday, how to find equivalent expressions. Remember, let's say you have this expression here, the 3 over 9y exponent 5. We want to find out an equivalent expression with the denominator 72y exponent 9. Why do we need this? This is the new denominator. This is the old denominator, right? We need this because after we find the least common denominator, we're going to use this number or this expression, the least common denominator, as the new denominator. So this one probably someone was working and someone calculated as this and found this as the new the least common denominator. To find the equivalent expression, the equivalent fraction, we have to divide the new denominator by the old one, and then we're going to find the result. The result in this case here, just let me change it a little bit. Okay, in this case is 8y4, right? And so you multiply on the bottom, on the top, by way 8y4, and you're going to have the result. This is the new numerator. 3 times 8, 24, y4. Okay? This is the new numerator. And you can check it here. Alright, this is a review about yesterday, how we find equivalent expressions. Let me check if you remember. See the next slide. And you will fill out this to me. You're gonna answer to me what is what's going to be the value of the new denominator, or tell me what is the step by step to find the new denominator. We have the new numerator. The new numerator. We have the new denominator. This is the starting point, the new denominator, and we want to find the new numerator. What should we do? Type on the chat. Tell me. So this is the step by step. You're going to divide the old denominator, the new denominator, by the old one, and multiply the result by the old numerator to find the new numerator. Today, we will start this topic, addition and subtraction of rational expressions with unlike denominators. What means unlike? Is something unpleasant, and something that you don't like? No, it's not something that you don't like. That means different, with different denominators. If you have let's say the expressions that we have here. We have x minus 2 as denominator, x plus 1 as denominator, so we have different denominators. I'm going to skip this explanation here on that slide, because I think you can, if you want, you can read, you can try to understand this by yourself, but it's much better when we apply the step by step on an example. Okay, so let's skip and go straight to the procedure. Let me read, just for fun, let me read the procedure, because there's a lot of things that we have to do. Today we will try to start slowly, really slowly, on a few steps, okay? And maybe tomorrow a few more steps, because this the procedure to work this out have lots of steps. Check this. Step number 1, factor the denominator of each rational expression. Step number 2, identify the least common denominator. Step number 3, rewrite each rational expression as an equivalence expression. And step 4, add or subtract the numerators. Step number 5, simplify if possible. So I think it's lots of steps, a lot of things to remember, to work. It's not straightforward, it's not easy. It can be hard, so we will start slowly, okay? Check the example. We have a simple example. Let's work on this example to try to understand. Okay, and then we have 3 over 7b plus 4 over b squared. Oops. Cool. We want to add these two fractions, or these two rational expressions that have different denominators. The first step, find the least common denominator. We're going to find here at the bottom. To find the least common denominator, write down each unique factor, and we have 7 is one unique factor, b is the other unique factor. After you do this, check the exponents. You're going to use the highest exponent of each unique factor. For 7 is 1, don't need to change anything. For b is going to be, this is b exponent 1, this is b squared, so the highest exponent is the square. Okay? That means the least common denominator, you can write down here, is 7b squared. Cool? Now, let me erase this. We found the least common denominator already. Cool. Now we need to find each new numerator for each different fraction, or each different rational expression that you have here. Divide the least common denominator by the odd denominator. 7b squared divided by 7b is going to the answer, the result is just b. So write down here b times and b times. Cool? So here at the top you're gonna write b times 3. And now the next one, the second one. Divide 7b squared by b squared, and the result is 7. Multiply 7 on the denominator, 7 on the numerator, and then you're going to have here plus 7 times 4. That's it. This is how we add rational expressions with different denominators. The denominator is the least common denominator, 7b squared. And now you simplify, or you combine like terms, or you do the simplification that you can. 3 times b plus 28. That is the answer. Okay. Today on the quiz, the answer is the whole fraction, the whole expression. Today on the quiz, to make things easier, I just want you to answer the new numerator, okay? Just to make things easier. Type only the new numerator. I don't need you to type the denominator, because the the least common denominator will be given to you, just to make things easier. Okay? Do you have questions? I know this might be a bit confusing, not as easy, because, I don't like to say that's not easy. Actually, it's hard work, because it's so many steps, so many things to remember. Any questions? Tell me, do you have any questions? Because I think the better way to understand is to practice. So we can move on and practice on the quiz. If you agree, yes? Let's move on and practice. But before, I need you to answer the bell work. Tell me, what's going to be the answer of this bell work? How tall is the table? And we have this little cat, this little turtle. How can you figure it out? Send me your messages now. So you can find out by combining the height of the cat, the height of the turtle, and the height of the table. At the end, you find two equations, and you can simplify. Eliminate the height of the cat, the height of the turtle, and you're gonna have 2 times the height of the table equals 300. That means the answer is 300 divided by 2, 150. Now let's move to our quiz. And today I just want you to answer the new numerator, okay? When you're answering on forms, you don't need to answer the whole expression, only the new numerator. Oops, numerator. Yes, the new numerator. Choose the new numerator, okay? Don't forget it. I don't want the whole thing, just the new numerator. Add the following rational expressions to make things easier. The least common denominator is equal to the second denominator. We are starting something slowly and easy, right? And letter A, check this out. We have 5 over 8 plus 7 over 40x. And the question says this 40x is the least common denominator. You don't need to calculate. It's given. So 40x is going to be the least common denominator. What we're going to do? Divide the new denominator by the old one. 40x divided by 8 is 5x. So multiply 5x on the bottom and on the top. And then you have 5x times 5 plus, and here 7. The new numerator is equals 5x times 5, 25, x plus 7. Okay? Today I just want you to answer what's going to be the new numerator. We are starting slowly and with easier questions. You don't need to calculate the least common denominator. It's given to you. You just need to add the numerators, okay? Let me check, let me give you a couple of minutes. I will check attendance, and after that we get back with more questions to solve together. The new numerator is equals 7 times 12, 84, a plus 1. If you check the numbers, you will realize lots of numbers are very similar to yesterday's quiz. So if you want to save time, check your work from yesterday, and you're going to find lots of similar numbers, so you don't need to waste time calculating everything all over again. You want me to work letter C? Okay, letter B. Let me show letter C, so just to make sure that you understand what you're supposed to do. Check this. The question says the least common denominator is the second one. Okay, so this is just to save time, to make things a bit easier today. 15 m and 7. We don't need to calculate the least common denominator. It's just the second one. Divide the least common denominator by the old one, 3m, and we will have 5 times n7. 5 times n7, 5 and 7. Okay, you're gonna multiply on the top and on the bottom. And here 5 and 7 times -5 plus what? Plus 2. The new numerator is equals -5 times 5, -25, and 7 plus 2. Today you don't need to represent the whole fraction. Just need to represent to answer the new numerator. Okay. Let's show the answers in 2 steps. We have a few answers here from A to H. The next step we show from I to N. We have here, as you can see, the second part of the quiz from questions I through N. I mean questions L, J, K, no, I, J, K, L, M, N. Yes.